So I'm doing it a little bit earlier than I normally do because um, I have a crazy day and it's Noli's birthday today. It's my birthday. I want to put her back in my belly. I can't believe she's already won. So it's fitting. It's fitting to talk about legacy today on Nola's birthday, especially I'm so in my feelings because she's my 5th baby and she's one. Like, I didn't mentally prepare myself for all her last, like this was going to be my last baby. Like, I was really holding space for possibly having another one. So the fact that she's already one and I like didn't prepare mentally to just be done is really, it's kind of upsetting. So I'm in my feels. But I wanted to talk to you guys about legacy. If you're on my email list, this is something that I talked about this week on Monday. And so I wanted to just touch on it today. And that is, I had this aha moment earlier, like last week sometime, because if you can relate, like throw some stars or raise a hand emoji or something, but if you can relate to that feeling of like you have so much to do and you just keep like putting it off and being like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it on Monday. And then whenever it is that you actually start to do it, I have Nola's drool all over me. Yeah. Whenever it is that you actually start to do it, it feels so good when you get the ball rolling. Like, you start to be like, why was I waiting for so long? Like, what was the big deal? I should have just started. So no one can relate to this. No one has any hearts. Okay. So this happens to me all the time. I'm constantly like in this state of like, I have so much to do. I have so much to do. And I'm going to put it off. And then when I start, I actually feel better. So I was in that state this past week where I just started actually executing. Yay, somebody could relate. So I got in this place where I just started executing and it felt like this huge elephant off my back because I started doing stuff. And I had this realization that, especially because I just graduated from my leadership course that I was doing. And one of the biggest takeaways that I took from it was life is right now. Transformation is right now. Meaning like we are so quick to be like, one day I'm going to be a better this. I'm going to get better at that. I'm going to do this. And we have this like, almost this false, like, we almost have like this false picture of, it's like this piece of hope of like our future best self is like lingering above us for our whole life, but yet we never actually step into that because we keep putting it off to tomorrow and to what we're going to do later. And so I had this aha moment that one thing I know for sure is what makes up any good thing is a bunch of little things. It's like you might have heard the saying where they talk about like what makes a good business person or what makes a good leader is not that they're just like this outstanding, like God gifted person, but they're made up of a lot of little small habits that they consistently do every day, whether it's waking up early every day, whether it's, compartmentalizing their time properly or whatever it is. And so I was thinking of our legacy. It's the same concept. It's like we think of our legacy as like, one day we're going to get money, or one day we're going to get this certain job or title, or one day we're going to XYZ, and then we'll step into this situation where then it will be the start of our legacy, or it'll be like this moment where our legacy begins. And really our legacy is happening right this moment. And so I had this realization that if you got my email was, the subject was, what are you doing today? Like, what are you doing right now? And is the answer to that question, are you doing things are you doing things right now that are putting you in position to that thing, that legacy thing that's hovering in your brain? Like, whatever that vision of yourself, I want to be this one day, I want to be that one day, I want to do, I want all these things, this cloud of hope that lingers over you, this vision of who you are to become one day. And then think of why you're not doing that. It's usually because, well, I got to work. So once I get out of this job, I'm going to do this job, I'm going to stack my coins, and then I'm going to do this. Or one day I'm going to have the courage to start my own business. Or one day when I pay off debt, then I'll be able to start putting money towards XYZ. Or one day I'll have more time because, or one day, and it's like, how many of you guys can relate to that mindset of like, this is what I want, and then one day it's going to happen? But if you really stop right this moment, and this is what I want you to do is stop and ask yourself, what is that thing that's separating you from there to right now? Like, what does that one day situation look like for you? And really be honest about what is that gap. And so when you're honest about that gap, you'll find that it's things you could be doing. Hey, it's things you could be doing right now every day. So my aha moment was like, I was in the car and I was supposed to be making a dentist appointment and I keep putting it off. And then I was looking at my daughters and I was like, ew, like you have so much like gunk, like the plaque buildup in their teeth. And I'm like, first of all, that's my responsibility. So I'm like, I need to start flossing your teeth myself, like, cause I'm just depending on them to do it, cause it's one less thing for me to do. But the reality is I need to be doing it. But the other thing is, I'm like, they need dentist appointments because, you know, you get to that point where you can't even floss that crap out. You have to like go get a good professional cleaning. So I'm like, I need to make their dentist appointments. We're way past our 6-month mark. And I literally was about to go make a reminder. And I realized in the time that I could set a reminder to do a dentist appointment, I could just go and make the dentist appointment. And so I did. And so it's like, where in your life are there things that, because I'm an all or nothing person, so I don't get a lot of things done because I'm like, well, I need to clean my closet, but if I start my closet, it's going to take me a whole day and I don't have a whole day, so I'm just not going to start. But if you were to just clean one section of your closet every single day, it would eventually get cleaned probably way faster than that one day that you're going to take the whole day. And so I have a couple of like little like tips for like building your legacy now that I wanted to share. And one of them is that is anything you can do today, don't put it off till tomorrow. So I even heard this recently in a training. It was like, if you can do something within 5 minutes or less, just do it right now. So if you think of something that you have to do and you're writing it on your to-do list and it's something you can do right that second, just freaking do it. Like literally make the call, do whatever you have to do. So if you can do things in less than 5 minutes, just do them. Remember that it's not an all or nothing situation. So let yourself off the hook of feeling like you have to do everything all at once and allow yourself to just do little things. Last year, I learned this from a mentor, and I didn't directly work with her, but I was connected to her, and she was doing this challenge where every single day they were to declutter one area, and it had to just be one area, like one drawer, one cupboard, one room, one something. And so I started applying that and just decluttering one area of my house each day or each week. And I got so much more done than just feeling like one day I'm going to clean my whole house. So applying this not all or nothing like mentality, because I'm guilty of that. I'm an all or nothing person. So it's like doing a little bit at a time versus feeling like you have to do everything. And then the other half of that is getting rid of perfectionism. I'm a perfectionist, so I also am like, well, I have to get all my ducks in a row. I have to do this, 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 and that before I can actually, I have to do this, this, and that before I can actually start doing whatever it is that I want to do. So get rid of being perfect and just start. The best example I can give that's current is we just had the vision board brunch that we did. And there were so many things about that brunch that were not perfect. So many things. And then like so many things that I wanted, like for example, the board that I teach on, it's just like a flip chart board. I would love to have branded flip charts where my content is already printed on there. It's nice. It's not my scrappy writing. One of my girls had colored and scribbled on the board. So it's like, it looks like my kids' art / my stuff. So goal is to have like branded content materials, but I don't have that yet. So should I stop and not do the work that I'm doing until I get branded materials, or should I just start somewhere and then build into that? And the other thing is like, now that I've done the events a couple of times, each time I build upon, oh, that didn't go, I don't like the flow of that, this needs work. Like one of the things is like, I want to separate the fun from the content. Like when we're doing business content, let's dive into business content. And because I feel like it was like a split, like, okay, this is cool, but I can't wait to go get a refill on my mimosa and like hit the cue the music type and take my pictures on the cute backdrop. So like kind of separating. So you don't learn what you want to do to get better until you just start. So when it comes to your legacy, stop trying to be perfect and just get started. Picking back up, this is another one that kind of falls on the back end of perfectionism, but it's like one thing that I'm guilty of is I will start something, and then if I stop, like it could be eating healthy, it could be I'm not going to do sugar anymore. And then I'll eat a piece of sugar, and then I'll just go spiral back into, well, I guess I'm eating sugar now, and then I'll just eat all the sugar. But instead, when you fall short, give yourself grace and then pick yourself back up and get back on the train. Don't fall off and then just lay there and just be like, oh, well, whatever. So get back up. That's probably the biggest thing and the biggest difference that I'm finding in my life is I was that person where I would literally fall off of whatever I was doing, and I'd just be like, oh, well, whatever. I'll start back next year. I'll start back on Monday. I'll start back later. But no, start back right now. And that's the last part that I like, to that point that or the next part that I'll go into is just get started. Like literally just do it. So it goes back to being in your mind about feeling like you have to get all the ducks in a row, you have to be perfect, you have to get ready, you have to do this, this, and that, and then you can start something. Just start now. So realizing like this happens a lot, and this piece, just start now, life is now, transformation is now, has been a life changer for me, because I tell myself this every single day when it comes up. So for example, like I remember one thing I've fallen off of is reading to my kids every night. It's like a goal. I want to read to them, but our schedule is so stupid crazy. Like Monday nights, I have a work call, so that's usually the night my husband will put them to bed. Tuesday nights, we have soccer, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's like we're broken up and we're all over the place. Tuesday, Thursday, we have track and soccer. Wednesday night, we have Bible study. Like Friday is our only free night, but then it's like family night. So we usually stay up and watch movies, and then it's late. They're falling asleep on the couch. So it's like literally the nighttime is not working for reading. And so I've just fallen off. But the nights that I actually do think about it, I'll be like, oh, I could read right now. We're actually in the room and they're still awake. And then I'll be like, oh, we haven't been doing it anyways. I'll start on Monday. And then I remember, no, life is right now. You get to start right now. And so I just pick up the book and read the freaking book instead of thinking like, okay, one day I want to get back to reading books again, right? So it's realizing that, yeah, it's crazy town. Like, so what we're working on right now in our family is and we're talking about this. Is actually a topic I'm going to do a training on in our inner circle group, all about like the systems in the home and stuff. But one of the things we're working on is building it into like different hours of the day, especially now that it's summer. But yeah, it's a challenge if you've got kids and all the activities. The evening time is really, really challenging. But I realize we don't sit down for dinner very often, if ever. So we're building that into our Sunday routine because we're just like all at different paces. So anyways, to wrap that up, what I want to just explain to you is to remember life is right now. First of all, tomorrow isn't promised. You're not promised tomorrow anyways. So what I want to leave you guys with is asking yourself the question, am I doing today what I want to be remembered for tomorrow? And it's also the thought of like your character, who you really are is who you are in the dark. So like if you were to go off of this earth tomorrow, did you do what you are proud of? Is there things left behind that you've made an impact on? And what I mean by done in the dark is it doesn't mean you have to, like, legacy doesn't mean you wrote a book and you're on the cover of something or you are somewhere in the public eye. It means you're making an impact. It means you're instilling values in your family. Like this month in our membership, it's all about the family unit. And our speaker last week, she talked about how even if you don't have kids, no matter who you are, we all come from a family unit. We all come from family, like two people coming together, creating life. And she's like, when that family unit is broken, which it's very broken in our society, our foundation, the fabric of which we are made of, is broken. And so that's why we have so much broken tradition, so much broken society. Like we don't have the same morals and values. That's why we're like, back in the old days, people used to have respect, and they used to, you used to be able to let your kids play outside and know your neighbors can take care of them. And now we don't have that because our family unit is so broken. And so I share that to say, like, it's not just about what you're creating as far as like a business or like a piece of tangible content or something. It's about who are you being? Who are you teaching the people you're responsible for to be? Like, are you raising good humans? Are you giving them time and attention and showing them that that they matter and that they are important so that they can grow up and do important things in their life? So it's what are you doing in your daily life? Not what are you dreaming about? Not what are you saying one day you're going to do? It's what are you doing right now? And that was my whole question, is like, what are you doing today? What is your time? Ask yourself, what is the rest of your day going towards? What is the rest of your week and the rest of your month and the rest of your year? Just evaluate those things. The rest of today, the rest of this week, the rest of this month, and the rest of this year. What are you doing with it? What's on your calendar? Where is your time going? Where is your energy going? Where is your money going? Where is your efforts going? No eating that. And what are you doing with it? So I want to close by just saying the last thing that I think is really important, I'm going to use this example. If you're someone who's struggling with getting started and just doing it and just picking yourself up and starting the things, obviously I'm an advocate for vision. So I believe the solution to that is vision. So we will be having that vision board brunch that I did as a workshop available soon, where you can just get it and watch it. But I'm just waiting for her to send me the link and stuff. So get connected to your vision. And if you want that support from me, like I said, it'll be available to you soon. But connect with vision so you know what are you doing. Like, the reason why I teach vision is because it's like every day I look at what am I working on, what's important to me, who am I, what do I want to be, like who do I want to be, what do I want to do, what do I want to have, and then is where I'm spending my time in alignment with that. One of the pieces of my legacy I want to leave is I want to make the world a better place. I want to leave people better than I found them. I want to teach people what I love learning, and I love teaching. So that's part of my makeup. That's part of my DNA. It's part of my purpose. And so doing this live right now is 120,000% in alignment with my vision, because I want to instill, if someone watches this and they go and create their legacy because they're motivated by something I said, I did what I wanted to do. I'm doing what I want to do. So this is most definitely a part of my legacy, right? And so is what you're doing with your time, your energy, and your money in alignment with your vision. So get vision. The second one is get accountability. So connect yourself to people who will hold you accountable. And the example I was going to give you was I'm in a group right now, and it's a course on how to get featured in the media, how to get on TV, how to get your message out and like reach way more people. And it's like we're learning all the ways to do it. They're handing us the media deck. They're giving us the template of what to pitch to the media. They're giving us the contacts to the media. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, I want to get on TV one day. I want to get my message out there. Do you think I've contacted any of the media lists? Do you think that I've filled out my pitch deck? No, because it's on my to-do list. It's one of those things that I'm going to get to tomorrow. And so this Monday on our last call, I'm so grateful for our mentor in the course. She said, you guys are going to buddy up with someone, and every single day for the next 7 days, you guys are going to execute on this. And so pick a day and a time, pick a time of the day that you're committed to completing by, and then check in with your buddy and make sure that they do it. And I was like, oh my God, that's one of my 10 commandments. I have 10 commandments of how to be the best human. And one of them is absolutely village community accountability. It's having people who will hold you up, pick you up, and pull you forward. So if you're not connected to people who are holding you accountable and holding you to what you say you want and who you say you want to be, then you get to have that. And of course, my invitation to you is always to be a part of our communities. Like right now, it's open enrollment. Join our inner circle. The Fox Project Inner Circle is every month we have a different theme. This month, it's all about the family unit. So today, actually, we have a parent coach. And then next week, we have someone training on systems in the home, like how to be more effective, like, excuse me. I know, like getting your stuff out the night before, like setting up different, I've seen like toy systems, how to clean your house, how to keep it organized, like different systems. And then August is all about money. September is all about self-care and like self-love and ways to improve yourself and inner being. So each month we have a different theme that's in alignment with some type of part of the human being the best self. So there's a relationship one, there's the parenting one, there's the self-care one, there's like the outer beauty and looking one, there's we just had sexuality, and that one was phenomenal. So you have access to all the past ones plus the moving forward ones, and it's just a monthly community where we meet on Zoom like this, and we also have a Facebook group, and then we have this, okay, mommy's on the stand. and then you have discounts to the events, all of that. So it's an amazing community if you're looking for a community. And then lastly, what I wanted to share with you guys as far as getting connected and having community, and especially in alignment with your legacy, is in September 22nd to the 24th, I'm attending my mentor's yearly event. It's a big event that she does. It's amazing, amazing content. It's all, if you have a business or a business idea, or maybe you're not sure and you just want to kind of see if entertaining business might be something that you would want to do one day, then I would say come to this event in September and just be inspired. It's literally 3 days of rubbing elbows with entrepreneurs. Where else in the world do you get to go and rub elbows with 6, 7, 8+ figure earners who are doing business and that who have all of the resources and knowledge and the blueprints to how they made 7 figures, 8, and growing. And so you get to be in the same room as them, learning from the same experts who taught them. And so from the main stage, there's different speakers on different topics. It's all like marketing, business, sales, like bringing your idea to life, how to get started, how to find a buying audience, all of that. And then I think for me, my favorite part is the connection. It's the lunchtime, it's the break, it's waiting in line at the bathroom and asking people, what do you do? And hearing, like, being so inspired by people who are doing these businesses that you were like, what? I could be doing that instead of sitting at this office job I have. I could be doing that. You're making 7 figures doing that. And it's not like it's like that. You're making money doing that. It's more of like, wow, I never knew I could do something that I enjoyed that much. That's that simple or that like niched in and actually make money that's enough for me to not only survive, but to actually just live a beautiful, thriving life. So it's so inspiring being surrounded by people and seeing, like, the brain doesn't create what it doesn't know is possible. So seeing that things like that are possible will open up your mind. So if you're interested in that, make sure you message me. I don't know why I think the link is too long. It doesn't let me to do it in the swipe up or the bio. So you just have to like connect with me and I'll send you the link, and you can, the tickets are to the public, like $400 early bird. Sorry, the tickets are $400 early bird, and then they go up to $1,000 for like after that. And for us, and by us I mean people who are her clients, we get guest passes. So I have the guest pass, which is only $197. So it's dirt cheap for being in front of a mentor that I pay a lot of money a month, which I say a lot respectively because it's worth every penny. But I'm paying good money for her. You're going to be able to learn from her for $200. Like, you cannot get that, and from other people, and be in the atmosphere. So it's such a steal. Message me if you're interested in that. And the moral of today is build your legacy, because it's happening right now. It's what you're doing this moment. It's what you're doing in the next moment. It's not one day. It's right now. And so I hope that this can be helpful for you guys, and have a good day. Goodbye, Noli.